Today we're going to review how to access your online textbook. I'm going to show you just how to do that here in a second. You need to reference the handout that you received in class and go to this website here at the top. Once you're at that website, you need to use your username and your password to access it. So this is the website. You're going to type in PCHS 12, just like Plainfield Central High School. Then the numbers 1, 2, then V2, T2F. And it should take you right to this page. You're going to go to the online textbook. Now, not only am I going to show you how to access the online textbook, but a few neat resources as well that will help you out throughout the year. Make sure that you are following along because there will be a short assignment that follows this tutorial. Now, for your book pages, you're going to go to the first chapter. We'll say chapter 8 is the one that we're going to select, and then section 1, because that's the first page out of our unit, our next unit that we'll study. It takes you to page 276. If you look in your textbook, that textbook page looks identical to this page. You click next, it'll take you to the next page, obviously, or you could go to a specific page and just click go. But for time purposes, we won't do that today. First thing I want you to do is we look at some of the resources you have available. If you go to Student Resources, click on a section, a specific section. Go to In-Depth Resources. Sometimes we might do some of these guided reading activities, reteaching activities. Here's a geography application and questions that go along with it. A primary source activity from Orville Wright, Orville Wright's diary. So we might access these from time to time. I might refer you to these. Something else is that if you are a bilingual student, specifically if English isn't your first language, you speak Spanish, for example, this is an English-Spanish guided reading workbook. Not only does it give you a little bit more abbreviated version of this section that we're studying, but you also have in this red text, it is given to you in Spanish. So you have the English version and you have the Spanish version. So hopefully you find that useful as well. You also have audio. Some people like to listen to audio as they read the textbook. For time purposes, I'll
rely on technology. One example of this was the development.
Skip ahead a little bit and show you just how it works. Another resource that I like is the videos. A lot of times the chapters, they'll be accompanied with a handful of videos from the History Channel. So this chapter specifically only has one video, but typically, like I said, there's usually 4 or 5. Just going to show you how to access that. We'll skip ahead once again for time purposes.
Established the basic layout of aeroplanes as we know them now.
Go to full screen.
He then built full-size gliders in which people flew as passengers. And this was in the 1850s, long before anyone else had done anything like it at all.
Throughout the year, you'll notice that we work with a lot of primary sources, and you can find those primary sources right here, many of them at least. I did mention that there would be one short assignment here at the end that you would need to complete. I'm going to ask that you go to page 283, which will be a page out of our next section. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to write down the 2 interpreting graph skill builder questions at the bottom. There's 2 of them. You also need to answer those questions. The purpose of this is not only will it deal with what we're going to learn in class, but also I want to make sure that you had no problem accessing the online book. If for some reason you do have a problem, you need to screenshot it and email it to me, and we can figure out that problem, and you'll be able to complete the assignment at a later date. Okay, so once again, that's your assignment. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and good luck.